Alright, I'm gonna connect. And let's see. Okay, I've got 3 green, 1 blue light. Okay, that looks better. Um, Looks like we're gonna be about 2 hours and 19 minutes en route. Upper winds are not too bad either. Okay, so the passenger weights need to be set. I don't think that's right. Okay, so
bank angle. okay, I'm ready to connect when you are.
Okay, stand by. Oh, I need a saved situation from you.
Yeah, I was gonna see if we could actually do it from a non-save position again.
In that case, I'm gonna need the weights from you.
Yeah, I'll give you the weights once you come across.
Okay, which stand are you at?
I'm at 21. Actually, 22. Sorry.
Okay, I've got parking 22 ramp GA small.
Yep.
Okay. And local time 19:07.
Okay, maybe I should change my time to reflect that as well.
Okay, aircraft is loaded.
Alrighty.
Okay, ready to copy weights.
Alright, I'm still working on the baggage section. But 0 Alpha, for passenger weights, we got 18.
18,
0 Bravo, 20.
20,
0 Charlie, 24.
24,
0 Delta, 13.
13.
Alright, so dry operating mass is going to be 37,438 pounds.
Check.
With a DOI of 94.6. Trip fuel is going to be 9,600 pounds.
Trip
Sorry,
90.
Takeoff fuel.
Takeoff fuel
Oh,
96.
Yeah, total fuel 96. And trip fuel is going to be 5133.
5133.
Correct.
Okay, waiting for baggage weights.
And the baggage weights, we have a total of 4125. Looking at a way to divide them up between forward and aft.
Okay.
Let's see here. Baggage weight is 30, right?
Say again?
The baggage weight is 30 pounds, right? Remember, or was it 37?
37, I think. 37.5.
That's what I thought, yeah. 37.5. Slightly heavy. Okay, that's good there. pushing the takeoff weight envelope. To remove a couple bags. Haha. Okay. So this is what we're gonna have for final weights. In the forward section, we're gonna have 908 pounds
as a mass.
As a mass, correct.
Okay.
And in the aft DAA, we're looking at 3148.
30. Okay, how many is that?
That's 84. Sorry about that.
84.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got some is blanked out.
So the sum is blanked out?
Yep, I've got forward mass 980, forward DAA 0,
no,
aft
908. Sorry. 908
okay.
forward.
Okay, forward mass 908, forward DAA 0, aft mass 0, aft DAA 84.
Correct. Okay,
now it's computing. Okay, I show an underload of 84 pounds, a zero fuel mass of 55515, takeoff mass of 65115, and a landing mass of 59982.
That sounds correct.
Okay.
Takeoff's going to be interesting.
Yeah, well, max takeoff. Excellent.
Alright guys in the stream, welcome aboard. This afternoon we're going to have a commemorative flight from Barcelona, Spain to Dusseldorf, which is the dreaded flight that that German wings had the other day, which as we all know, as we're still getting bits and pieces as this information is coming through, crashed into the Alps, and you know, the information that we're hearing is not too appeasing right now, but I guess we're just gonna all wait and see exactly what the final verdict is. But amidst of that, we had a fellow flight simmer who was apparently one of the cabin crew, if I'm not mistaken, and unfortunately he perished in this flight. So we take a moment of silence for, I think his first name is Maik, I'm not sure if I'm saying that correctly, M-A-I-K, and the last name I'm not even sure if I'm going to get that correctly, but his last name I think was Korolczuk. Hope I said that correctly. If I didn't, I apologize. May his soul continue to rest in peace, and our prayers go out to his family and all others that have endured a loss in this flight. So, as a result, we decided to have this flight, and we're going to fly the exact same route or as close as possible to it, and depending on what the weather is en route, we'll probably try and see if we can circle around the crash site in honor of him and continue on to our final destination. So sit back, relax, enjoy the flight. Yes, this is the pro version of the Q400, so anything can happen. So I may crash, I hope not, as far as crashing desktop, but the platform is pretty solid. Everything's been going pretty well. So let's see how it goes. Alright. I may not be able to look down at my secondary screen as often as I'd like to, but when we get into the cruise section, I'll try and see if I can go through some of the posts that you guys are putting on. So welcome aboard. Alright, so you're connected. I have 3 green, 5 green.
3 red, 5 green, and I am already out of sync.
Out of sync.
FMS.
What are you showing on your FMS?
Okay, 2 FMS are powered, both on the accept page. And both ARCDUs are off.
Okay, yeah, both are off, that is correct. I have 1 FMS on, which is the left FMS. And, okay. So you don't see any interaction on the left FMS, do you?
Negative.
Tell you what, I'm going to try and turn mine off. As a matter of fact, I'm turning on the right FMS. What do you see?
Still the accept page currently.
Still the accept page, okay. Still seeing the accept page on the right FMS?
Okay, it looks like you've just pushed accept.
Yes, I did.
Okay, I see that.
I'm turning back on the left FMS now.
Should there... no, there won't be at my end, but have you programmed a route into the FMS yet?
Yeah, last night I actually programmed it and stored it. So I was actually gonna see if I can recall a stored plan, modified, and have you pull it over and see if that goes over.
Okay.
I just hit the accept button on the left FMS.
Yes, I see that.
Okay. Flight plan page in the left FMS.
Confirmed empty line 1.
Okay, confirm. Alright, so let's see. What do you see in the left FMS now?
Copy plan routes, Kilo Mike Delta Tango, Kilo Bravo Oscar Sierra. That's the only route on the list. If you want to send me your saved flight plan, I'll put it in here, and then I should see it.
Yeah, we could probably do that. Let's see if I can.
Remind me where this goes.
It goes into your nav folder, root section.
Got it, thanks.
Yep. I had to think about it for a second there too.
Okay, so I'm currently on the list page showing only the one stored flight plan currently.
So you're on the list page?
Yep, left FMS list page 1 of 1, copy flight plan route
Oh wow, okay.
to Boston only.
Alright, let me go back in here and see. So that. Let's try and pull it again. What do you see now?
Still the same page. I'm going to go to flight plan page 1 and see if I can unstick this. Okay, I'm on flight plan page 1.
Okay, I'm still showing 404. Is it still showing page 1 of 1?
If I'm
On the data page now.
okay, if you clear the flight plan routes at your end and then go back to flight plan page 1 of 1, hopefully it'll all resync.
Yeah. Just do that again.
How many stored routes do you have?
I've got, let's see, 7.
Okay, you're going to need to remove 5 of them.
5 of them? Okay, I can do that.
Yep, and hopefully the flight plan that we need for this flight is going to be number 2. I think it'll be number 2,
So
alphabetically.
can I delete them from the FMS? Flight plan. Oh no, I can't do it that way.
I see it, it's working.
You see what?
Flight plan menu 2 of 2.
Oh,
Flight
okay.
plan page 1 of 1,
Okay.
and it's empty currently.
Okay, so it's resynced. So let me take out the other flight plans then.
Yeah, I've got one flight plan going to Boston, and I've got the flight plan for this flight.
Is that the Harrisburg Boston?
Kilo Mike Delta Tango.
Yeah, Harrisburg Boston. Okay.
Okay.
So you just have 2 flight plans in there then.
That's correct.
Okay. Wow. All right, so let's try this again. What do you see now?
Flight plan page 4 of 4, line 17, and line 16 is Echo Delta Delta Foxtrot.
Sweet. All right.
Success.
I'm gonna have to run that by Oli again.
Well, if you're happy that's working, I'll guess I'll pre-flight the aircraft.
Yeah, okay, sounds good. And I'll go ahead and clean up the flight plan.
Okay.
Until you get back in the cockpit.
Lima, Echo, Bravo, Lima, airport information, Delta 1800, Zulu, weather, wind 209, at 8, visibility 10, sky condition, few clouds at 3000, temperature 14, 2.7, QNH 1012, advise on initial contact, you have information, Delta. Lima, Echo, Bravo, Lima, airport information, Delta 1800, Zulu, weather, wind 209, at 8, visibility 10, sky condition, few clouds at 3000, temperature 14, 2.7, QNH 1012, advise on initial contact, you have information, Delta.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board our Dash 8 Q400. We're just waiting for the last of the luggage to be loaded on board, then we'll be able to get underway in a few minutes. On behalf of the entire flight crew, I wish you a pleasant flight. Okay, could you set the power levers to disc, please?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
TCAS system test OK.
Glide slow. Pull up. Terrain. Terrain. Pull up.
Routes disappeared on me.
I see it here. You're currently on page 1 of 6.
Oh no, I have the route in the FMS. I'm speaking about on the MFD.
Oh, I see that as well.
What I went back in and did was I actually changed it from runway 25 right to runway 25 left. I'm going to delete the flight plan in order to get see what happens.
Okay.
You seen page 1 of 1?
Confirmed.
I may have found what the problem was. Let me just verify that. Maybe not. So it's showing up on your side.
Yes, I see the flight plan routes on both NDs. Okay, you've selected runway 25 right. The Dali 3 Delta departure. Now it's on flight plan page 6 of 6, item 26. You've just gone direct to Liebel, nav page 103.
Right, okay. Okay, it's back. I think it was just a screen mismatch. It looks like I had to basically just toggle the format page.
Okay.
Okay, the fun of flight plans. Alright. So, we're good. Alright. How are you with the checks? Good to go?
Yeah, we're good. This side, all checks are complete, no problems, and ready with the checklist.
Alright. Stand by a second for me. Let's check here.
Only item of note is I think as a result of the HUD self-test I have all the indications currently on the HUD status indicator.
Said it again?
As a result of the HUD self-test, if you have a look at the HUD mode annunciator, I have all the captions illuminated.
Oh wow, yeah, look at that.
Okay, did you put the fuel data into the FMS?
Not yet.
Okay.
I put the speeds in, that was about it.
Okay, I've got 137 for all speeds.
Correct, 137. That's what I was looking for. For the frequencies for 25. You're running weather, right?
Yes.
Okay. Just to check, presently at Barcelona, the winds are 230 to 11 knots. Got impeccable visibility, few at 3,000 feet. Temperature's 13, 2.8, and the altimeter is 1013.
Okay, there's slow to update here. Okay, if you want to just read that again.
Winds 230 at 11 knots.
Yep.
Visibility is reading 99999. Few at 3,000. Temperature 13, dew point 8 degrees, and the altimeter is 1013.
That's confirmed.
So we're good there. Alright, so ready when you are.
Okay, checklist. Before start.
Okay,
Originating checks flow.
complete.
And complete my side. Gear pins.
3 stowed,
Pre-flight checks.
complete.
Escape hatch.
Escape hatches closed.
Emergency lights.
Emergency lights are armed.
Seatbelts, no smoking sign.
On.
Main bus tie.
Main bus tie is on.
External power or APU.
On.
Electrical bus voltages.
Let's see. Let's switch over to that again. Nominal.
Circuit breakers.
Circuit breakers on my side are all. Let me double check that. Where's the light again for this damn thing?
Left hand console panel.
Oh, that's what I thought.
Yeah, you've got it switched on.
It's on, right?
Yes, I see it. It's off now.
All of them
it's
in.
this switch.
Yeah. There we go.
Okay, and all circuit breakers are in my side.
Okay, so we're good there.
Emergency brake.
Emergency brake is set.
Power levers.
Power levers are disc.
Condition levers.
Fuel cutoff.
Flaps.
0.
Control locks.
In.
Nose wheel steering.
Off.
Flight guidance.
Flight guidance is set, and we've got heading select, go around mode selected with alt select, 4,000 feet set in the altitude pre-selected.
That's confirmed. I got HSI your side.
Correct.
Okay, hydraulic 3 pressure. That's testing now.
Okay.
Good pressure.
Good pressure.
Fuel quantity.
Fuel quantity, and we've got 4805 on the left and 4805 on the right. And min fuel for takeoff, if memory serves me correctly, is 7916. And we have 9,600 pounds on board.
Okay. And departure briefing.
Okay, departure briefing. Let's see. Alright, we're going to be departing runway 25 right. We're going to be flying the Dali 3. Is it 3 Bravo? 3 Whiskey?
3 Delta.
In the event of an engine failure, we'll return to runway 25 left. If there's an engine failure before V1, we'll stop on the runway and evacuate on the runway. Any questions?
No question.
Right, engine starts next.
Okay, ready with the engine start checklist.
Batteries.
They're all on. Electrical bus voltages.
Okay, we've got, let's see if they're still 27.5, 26, well, yeah.
Okay, doors and refueling lights.
Doors should still be open, at least the passenger door should still be open. Is it? Yes.
That's
passenger doors.
not
APU bleed.
Okay, APU is currently not running and the passenger door is still open.
Correct. I'm closing the door now.
Okay, I'll start the APU.
Is door showing closed on your side?
That's affirmative. Passenger door is now closed.
Okay, good.
Okay, APU is now online. Disconnecting GPU.
Confirm.
Okay, ground confirms GPU is removed.
Alright, ready for engine start?
Okay, engine start below the line, APU bleed,
Off.
and engine start.
Okay, clear on 2.
We are clear on 2.
We got fuel flow.
Okay, fuel flow, EGT. Oil pressure.
Okay, good light on number 2.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of our airline, we would like to welcome you on board of our Dash 8 Q400.
2 is stable.
The flight time today will be approximately 2 hours.
Confirm.
Would you please fasten your seatbelts and refrain from smoking? If you want to use any electronic equipment, we would kindly ask you to contact us first. For takeoff and landing, these devices must be switched off, and the cellular phones may not be used during the entire flight. We wish you a pleasant stay on board.
Clear on my side. Firing up number 1.
Okay, fuel flow, EGT. Oil pressure.
Looking good. Alright, number 1's good.
Ladies and gentlemen, may we have your attention to the international safety regulations. This aircraft has 6 emergency exits. 2 exits are located
Okay,
in
1
front,
stable.
2 at the wings and 2 at the back. They are marked with the exit sign. Illuminated escape path markings on the floor lead to these exits. Each seat is equipped with the safety belts. To fasten the seatbelt, get the two ends together. Tighten it by pulling the loose end. To unfasten the seatbelt, lift the upper part of the logo. The life vest is located under your seat and is sealed in a plastic bag. When instructed to do so, take a hold of the bag and take the life vest out. Pull the life vest over your head. Fasten the life vest by connecting the hooks to the frame. Pull the struts until the life vest is properly adjusted. On leaving the aircraft, pull the threads tight to the life vest from the plane. Threaded tubes are located on both sides, blowing the additional air into the life vest. For more detailed information, please refer to the safety instruction card in the seat pocket in front of you. Thank you for your attention.
Okay, ready with the after start checklist.
Okay, ready with the after start checklist.
Okay, condition levers.
Flags.
Main bus top.
Off.
External power APU.
Disconnected.
Electrical bus voltages.
27.5 volts.
Okay, ice protection.
I don't think we need one for departure. Should be good.
Okay, what are we showing for outside? Okay, we've got plus 13. So yeah, it should be good on that. Pitot static heat.
Static. On.
Pressurization.
Pressurization is set.
Bleeds.
Leads are on mid.
Yaw damper.
Our dampers
Auxiliary standby PTU pumps.
on.
Okay, auxiliary standby and PTU pumps.
On.
Auto feather.
Auto feather is armed.
Hydraulic pressure and quantity.
7 up.
That's confirmed. Rudder travel.
Rudder travel. For right. Center. For left.
That's confirmed.
Center. Check.
Hydraulic 3 pressure.
Check.
Elevator travel.
Check.
Washer morning panel.
All
Okay,
back
stop.
except for the parking brake.
That's confirmed. Com radios.
Com radios are set.
Flight instruments.
Flight instruments are checked.
Okay, and then check to my side, no foul flags. Altimeters.
Altimeter set and checked. 1013.
Put 1013 indicating 20 feet. Ice protection test.
Completed.
Trims. Trims.
Oh, I thought you checked it before. That's why I said check.
Okay, we've got takeoff 0 and nose wheel steering.
Say it again.
The trims are takeoff 0 and nose wheel steering.
Confirm.
Okay, ready with the taxi checklist.
Okay. Ready for taxi checklist.
Okay, taxi lights.
Taxi light is on.
Engine rating.
And on.
Flaps.
Flaps 5. Running.
That's confirmed. Flaps 5 set. Weather radar.
Stand by.
Transponder TCAS. Okay, clear my side, and we're clear for taxi.
Alright. Check one thing. Since we started the engines, I can hardly hear you. So I'm gonna make a actually hit pause for you in 3. 1, 2, 3. Pause.
Paused.
Okay. I can hardly hear you with the engines running, so I'm going to turn the sounds of my engines down.
Okay.
That's why I've got my engines up to like 80. I don't think that voice is going to make a difference. Okay, ready to unpause? Unpause. 1, 2, 3. Unpause.
Unpaused.
Say something for me, Robin.
Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3.
Go again.
Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Got heading select, go around, altitude select, 4,000 feet.
You're coming through perfectly fine on the stream. I'm just having a hard time here.
Copy.
So I'm going to 25 right. First we need to figure out where the hell we are. Okay, there's a sign.
I think that's a left turn here. Do you want to just stop the taxi for 1 second? I think I need to disable crash detection. But I'll do that again. Okay, pause on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Paused.
Yeah, crash detection is off. Okay, unpause on 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Yeah, we're good. No disasters this time.
Alright. Okay, said it again. You said for what? 065?
Yeah, confirm current heading now 063.
Correct.
Okay. I couldn't see any discernible change in the heading.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I was just wondering if it'd frozen.
No, it's good.
Okay, we're cleared for roll and takeoff. If you want to do that.
Alright. Yeah, let's go through the before takeoff checks. Runway warning.
Cabin crew cease for departure. Okay, condition levers.
Max.
Engine rating.
Check.
Trims.
Reset.
Control lock.
Control lock is out.
Flight controls.
Okay, flight control check. Forward. Aft. Full right. Full left. Control check.
As flight taxi switch.
Flight taxi switches on.
Takeoff warning test.
Takeoff warning test is good.
Okay, flight center notification is received. Cabin PA is complete. Departure briefing.
Complete.
Okay, that's the before takeoff checklist to the line. Being cleared for takeoff, so bleeds.
Leads them in.
Anti-collision lights.
Light.
External lights.
All on.
Weather radar.
Uh,
That's on. Transponder TCAPs.
on.
And runway and heading. So lining up 25 right. Okay, runway heading 242, confirm 25 right. We're clear for takeoff, ready my side. Ready. Press set. Airspeed's alive. 80 knots. heading south. 400 feet.
Leads on.
Leads on.
Select nav, please.
Nav mode selected. Hell now.
Thank you.
1400 feet.
Okay, set climb power.
Climb power.
We have the speed, flaps up.
Speed check, flaps up. 1 to go.
93,000. Select IAS.
IAS 198 selected.
Set autopilot.
Autopilot on.
Okay, and off to Düsseldorf we go.
Alright.
I figured since this is a pretty long flight, we'll basically just fly right around the lower rate. Keep the
Okay.
speed up a bit. Okay, there's no terrain to worry about. After takeoff checks complete.
Yeah, ready with the climb checklist.
Alright, ready when you are. Well, most of that is silent anyway.
Oh, that's true. It's on checklist, yeah. Complete. To the line. Waiting for 10,000.
Confirm.
One to go.
One to go. In fact, let's still get on to 250.
Check rudder trim.
250 set.
Confirm 250 set.
Tennessee 10,000.
Check. Okay, seatbelt signs, your discretion, climb checklist is complete.
Everything seems to be pretty calm right now, even they're up.
'Seatbelt signs are off.
like the non-smoking point.
Is that any better? Hey Robbie, you still able to hear me okay?
Loud and clear.
Alright. I think this is the first time I've had this problem where I can hardly hear you.
All I could suggest is just check your volumes and just make sure you haven't both turned down the sky whilst turning down the other volumes.
Oh, that's right, because you're coming through Sky Park.
Testing 1, 2, 3. How do I read?
Nice.
Excellent.
User problem, my apologies. So we got a rather clear night. Outside temperatures minus 16, not very many clouds, so should make for a pretty nice flight on up to Düsseldorf. heads-up display panel remains illuminated. Alright, so guys, I'm going to show you a quick sneak peek of what the HUD looks like in its present state. Still not fully functional, but there is some functionality to it. But it's still heavily a work in progress. Yes, Cyber, Q400 does have heads-up display functionality. Not every carrier chooses it as an option, but yes, it is available. Yes, it is fully calculated. By the time we finish it. That's the plan anyway. Well guys, great to have you in the stream. There were more guys, but some have left. But for those of you that are here, certainly welcome aboard. It is a bit of a long flight. The flight is going to be roughly about 2 hours and 20 minutes. We may add a little bit of extra time to that because what we hope to do, although it's evening, there isn't really much to see. Once we get close to the crash site, the supposed crash site, we were actually going to circle around there in honor of our fallen comrade, Maik. So that's our intent, and circling the area shouldn't take more than a minute or two. I was going to attempt to do a descent on down to close to the MSA, but I figured I'd not do that because that's going to burn fuel for me having to climb back to altitude for the remainder of the trip. And even though I have an extra 1,500 pounds of fuel on board, I'd rather keep that fuel just in case the weather's not conducive when we get over to Düsseldorf. So, still want to be wise with the fuel planning.
Am I okay to cross-fill the fuel?
You know what? That is something that I didn't do. How stupid of me.
Oops.
We can take care of that now.
Okay, looks like we might have a little bit of turbulence next 50 miles or so.
Okay.
On to go.
On to go. There we go. That's better.
Okay, am I okay to crossfire?
Yes, you're okay to crossfire.
Okay, good fuel.
Okay. So if everything goes as planned, our landing fuel should be right around 57,000 pounds.
Okay. Yeah, I was looking at the wind.
30 knots on the nose. Well, actually
Yeah.
50, well, directly on the nose, 30. About 50 knots from northeast.
Okay, good altitude capture level, flight level 250.
Confirmed. Thanks for stopping in. Who's the co-pilot? Today, my first officer is Robin.
To everyone on the stream, good evening. Yeah, it's going to be approximately 20 minutes after landfall. Going to be in the area. That is complete. We're then going to send that out to the beta crew and have them tested for
problems that may exist. And while they're working on that, we're then going to go back to the failure systems and work on that. So there's still a few major pieces that need to be put together before we deem this as ready for release. Blow, we're actually flying to Dusseldorf. EDDL, I don't think we planned the EDDL. I'm pretty sure it's EDDF, but I'll just make sure. No, it's Echo Delta Delta Foxtrot. So
that's confirmed. Echo Delta Delta Foxtrot.
We're good. So at least if I screwed up, Robin wouldn't let me screw up like that. So I think we're good for that. The sounds that you have with the pilot edition, those are going to be final. There's an alternate sound set that was released shortly after the Q400 was released. Link is no longer available. We have tried to reach out to the developer of the sounds to see if he can make them available so that we can post them on our site, but we have not heard back from him. So unfortunately at this time, if you want those alternate sounds, the best way would be probably to see if you can get someone at the forum to share the files with you. Until we get the approval from the creator of the files, we would not be able to post it on our site. K4 Bell 123, but it's wrong. I'm not getting you. What's wrong about the route? The rattling during taxi is a bit excessive. I will agree with you there. Takeoff is spot on. The after takeoff, though, there should be still some remnants of the sounds, but I'm not sure if the developer was able to capture those in its true essence. But overall, it's actually pretty good. Needs some tweaking, but I just haven't had the time to go in and tweak it. But it's a good alternate sound file. Let's see, Patrick 3D. P3D. Let's see, you were asking about will there be aircraft specific settings like in PMDG? There will be some settings for, if you're speaking about the heads-up display, there will be some settings for it. We don't really drive our setting menu through the FMS link. PMDG does, or some of the other vendors. Most of that stuff is driven through our control panel. and I agree with you. It looks like we did make an error. As Dusseldorf is Echo Delta Delta E. We are correct. Frankfurt is Echo Delta Delta Foxtrot. So I see where you are corrected or confusing what we're actually doing. Yes, I apologize for that. The initial plan was to fly to Dusseldorf, but I think in my planning I may have fat fingered it and stuck the F instead of an L, and so we went to Frankfurt instead. That is my fault. Hey Robin, just caught on to that.
Sorry, what's that?
One of the guys watching the stream, he was a bit confused because he thought we were going to Dusseldorf, but we're actually going to Frankfurt.
Yes.
The initial plan was to actually fly to Dusseldorf to recreate the flight.
Oh.
So that was my fault, and I apologize, guys. Probably we can do another stream on this. What I really would like to see, and unfortunately I can't do it over the weekend because I go back to work tomorrow, but it would be nice if someone set up a fly-in just in his honor. That would be a pretty awesome event on VATSIM or one of the other networks to actually have quite a few folks on Airbus, PMDG. I mean, that would be a pretty good event. But I mean, someone can bring it up and see how that would go. And K-Bell 123, thank you very much. Life 12, thank you very much for the kind words of appreciation. We do our best to try and make the product as realistic as possible. That's our premise. Yes, but that would be actually pretty good if someone in VATSIM did do that. I think that would be a good gesture towards Maik. I really think that would be good. What would make it even better if there's a strong presence by 777 and Dash 8 users, since those were the two aircraft specifically that his voice sets were actually used for FS2Crew. That actually be pretty cool. Now, if they can do the stream next Tuesday or Wednesday, I'm all in, because those are days that I'm going to be off. So, I mean, we Majestic, if Robin's not busy in any of those 2 days, I'm pretty sure we'd be all happy to be a part of that fly-in. I think that'd be pretty awesome. I'm not a big VATSIM user, but I do dabble a little bit. I think Robin is more versed with VATSIM than I am, but we're definitely happy to be a part of it. Simeon, yes. Right. Hold on a second for me, okay? Hey, Robin.
Oh, go ahead.
I have to leave the flight deck for a sec. I've got an urgent call I need to take. Give me about 5 minutes or so, and I'll check back in with you. It doesn't look like we're too close to the coastline just yet, but yeah, keep an eye on things for me. I'll be back in a sec.
Okay.
Hey guys, excuse me from the stream for a minute. Alright, I need to take this phone call. Okay, guys, I'm back. Robin, still there?
Yes, I am.
All right. Yeah, sorry.
I'm just looking on a chart at the approximate location. According to our flight plan, it's going to be about 30 miles before Gigas, Golf India Golf Uniform Sierra.
Oh, okay. Cool. Alright, so we can pretty much gauge that out.
Yeah, I think that's approximately the correct location.